2023 CR 7288, State of Texas versus Carlos Edward Ruiz. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason, go ahead, Your Honor.
Defense?
Stephen Gilmore.
And are you Carlos Ruiz?
Yes, ma'am.
You entered a plea of no contest to count one. There's no application. You entered that plea on October 23rd. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years. There's a $1,500 fine, and there's restitution, if any, to Judith Sanchez. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? Any objections?
Not at this time, Your Honor. Jason, this was Daniel's case. Was it Daniel's? Okay.
All right. Any objections to the PSI report?
None, Your Honor.
Any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. The thing that strikes me most about this case, Judge, is the degree to which she's accepted responsibility. I was appointed to this case in September in the courtroom.
I'm sorry, just 1 second. You all need to whisper in the box. If you can't whisper, then you're going to have to stop talking while we're on the record. You may continue.
I was appointed to this case in September after previous counsel, I guess, had instituted court date. So I got appointed. Mr. Ruiz wanted to plea that day. I told him I had to look at the discovery and figure things out and come back. He came back 30 days later. He was ready to plea. I explained to him that, there are trial issues here. No one necessarily sees you behind the wheel. You're the complainant in this case, Katrina Green, who's present in the courtroom to support Mr. Ruiz. She had done an affidavit of non-prosecution. She didn't want the case to proceed, but he understood what he had done in this case and wanted to accept responsibility for it and move to the next phase of his life. So knowing that the state had potential proof issues at trial, he didn't want to hear about it. He wanted to acknowledge what he'd done, begin making things up to Ms. Green. And even though they're no longer together, she's still here to support him and doesn't want to see him get a lengthy prison sentence. Judge, for that reason, more than anything else, I just believe that this case shouldn't be sentenced anywhere near that cap. He has a parole revocation pending. He is on parole until August of next year. And so, Judge, I would just ask for a sentence that falls closer to that 2-year minimum than, of course, that 8-year cap.
All right, state.
Your Honor, the state's requesting 8 years and no application.
All right, Mr. Ruiz, anything you wish to say?
Ma'am.
All right, Mr. Ruiz, I understand that the complainant does not wish to prosecute, but as you know, there's an issue here. The issue is you were drinking and driving.
Yes, ma'am.
And there was an accident and somebody was injured. So there's punishment for that. And I see that you did not apply for any type of probation. I do appreciate the fact that you admitted your wrongdoing.
Yes, ma'am.
And I see that you're on parole. What is the parole violation based upon? Does anyone know?
The new #1 judge, and I think he still owes money, but he's still got a year left to finish paying that money. But no UAs or anything like that.
Okay. All right. And the court does not see any restitution that's been submitted.
As for, I can't speak to Ms. Sanchez, but as to Ms. Green, the vehicle was insured. All of her injuries have been taken care of. She has no outstanding medical debt or debt related to the accident. I've cleared that with her before we came in today. She's told me she has no restitution.
All right. And where is she in the courtroom?
Present in the back.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So the complainant does not wish to prosecute. What is your relationship to the complainant? None? I'm sorry?
No.
Previously dating or friends since 7th grade?
Dated for about 7 years.
Okay. All right. This what the court will do. The court previously found you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will request for you the therapeutic community. Whether or not you accept it into that will depend upon you. The court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2017 CR 2008W. And the court will see that the only criminal history you have is one that's graffiti, and that was in 2013. And then, yes, as a juvenile. And then the other case is the case that you're on parole for in this. So is there anything else with regards to sentencing? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. You're gonna have to make better decisions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Is there anything you'd like, wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, she's been in jail now for 4 months. She's had a long time to think about this. She's expressed her remorse to me about this incident. She let her emotions get the better of her, Your Honor. She knows she made a mistake and that she wants to get out and get back to her family and make things right, Your Honor.
All right, how old are you?
21.
All right. When's the last time you had employment?
I haven't been. I'm currently on Social Security right now.
All right, what are you receiving Social Security for?
My disability.
What is your disability?
I currently don't know. I think it's my depression or anxiety.
All right, so this is the issue the court has about sentencing her today. It appears from reading the report there are some mental health issues because this is not the first time that there's been issues at the house. And the reason why I say that, because I read in the police report that they were saying that she does get aggressive and become irate. And this entire incident was over the fact that her father or either her mother went to the grocery store, brought some items, came back, and she didn't like the items that were brought back. So then the complainant tells her, I tell you what, I'll take the items and I'll go to the store and get the items that you want. And then she starts beating up the complainant.
That's right.
So there's something else going on here. I don't know if it's a mental health issue or what's going on, but I don't feel comfortable sentencing her until we have a mental health evaluation or something, because there's something else going on here. And if I send her out into the world and it is the holidays coming up, and the reason why I bring up the holidays, because for some people, the holidays are stressors. And right now, I don't even think it's appropriate for her to go back to the home with her father and mother. So we're going to set this for a sentencing date. And that's what we will do. I'm going to ask for a mental health evaluation. And if you would like to see, does she have any criminal history?
All I know is that she had a criminal mischief as a juvenile, and she had an assault case that was dismissed.
All right. If you want to check also to see if she does have mental health issues, to see if mental health court will accept her. If they will accept her, you can file a motion for a new trial state. If she is accepted into I think we're off the record. I think there's something else more that's going on here. If she's accepted into mental health court, will you all object to him filing the motion for new trial?
No, Judge. So that would be, is that like a, no, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So that's what we will do. Norma, what's a date for sentencing for PSI? All right, we're going to do January 11th. And then counsel, you need to go directly over to mental health court to see if they will accept her. And if you'll explain the situation, Ms. Hunt, because it doesn't make any sense to the court that somebody not bringing you, an adult, the food or whatever items you wanted back from the store and you didn't like the items that they brought and you're not employed. And then you have a complainant offer to go and get you the items that you specifically want. I don't know how that turns into punching a pregnant person or beating up a pregnant person. So we're going to have to figure out what's going on. So PSI MIC evaluation, we'll be back on January 11th. And I know that mental health court, they're probably looking at accepting people in January.
So if I get their acceptance, will that, will we still be coming back on January 11th here?
No, if you get their acceptance and it's done before December 18th, you can come back. Or if it's done by December 18th, you can come back. And honestly, if they say, yes, we will accept her, we will get it done.
Okay, I'm gonna check, because I leave on vacation starting the 14th, so I will jump on it to, that you're in there tomorrow, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.